Good morning. Today we're going to start out with a little wiring. Reverse plug, or the reverse switch, is right there, and the wiring is over here, the original wiring on the car. So I've hooked a couple extender wires up here, and then we'll get the other harness hooked up. Got the headers hooked up, got the O2 sensor in, still got to get it zip tied off, get all that done. I'll get that done when I get the other wiring finished up. But we have headers and we're going to have some backup lights. Right. We have backup lights. We have the other wiring tied up, supported. So the wiring is done. Awesome. Look, it's got plenty in it. Honey. Okay, since we're not going to do the crush bushing, brush, whatever you call it, I want to use some brake cleaner. I'm going to clean this up really good. This is a trick that my dad taught me a long time ago. Clean these up really well and get all the oil off of it. Clean it really well. Make it really clean, and then when we put the yoke back on and we run the nut down, we will put Loctite on it. And we'll run it down tight, and it will sit right back up where it was at, and it won't come loose. Otherwise, the nuts on these tend to come loose. And I know it's not the right way to do it, but I've done it like this when I was, oh gosh, 1990s. And it never came loose until I just took it off to put a new seal in it. I didn't even put a new seal in it back then. I just put a different gear set. It had a 245 gear set in it, and I took it apart and put a 325 gear set in it. It made a lot of difference. It was easy to burn the tires after that. So I'll finish cleaning this up and then get this put back together. Hopefully get a drive shaft in this thing. Okay, I'll do a quick video on this. So I pulled this out earlier. I thought the seal was damaged. Hopefully it's not. I got a new drive shaft to go in there, and I know this thing here was busted when they put it in, and I was really hoping it didn't damage the seal. So hopefully we're good. Look, Federal Mogul, nothing but the best for my wore out 8 1/4. All right, got a new drive shaft. Hopefully this thing fits. Looks like it's Performance Driveline. I don't know. I ordered it through SST, Silver Sport Transmissions. And you can see they put the tape on it just like I did, except for tape came off. And I got to put that back on. It looks like all the bearings are in it. So hopefully we're good here. Okay, this is the old hydraulic system that has been in this car for years. That's a Dodge Cummins slave cylinder and an S10 master cylinder. You see how it's sloped. It actually wasn't hard to put in. The hardest part was getting the clutch rod set up to work with the original clutch pedal. But overall, it wasn't terrible just for a homemade deal. This is the system that's going back in. This is all from Silver Sport Transmission. So this will be taking place of all the stuff I had in there. I really like the setup they have to push the clutch better. Mine reused the original, and it didn't have the nice tight socket, so I think that'll work real nice. So if you haven't seen this stuff before, here it is. You got the same, there's an adapter that has the slope going down. I think your fuel hooks here, and then this is your pressure. Okay, there's the new SST master cylinder. Actually, I think this is made by a different company. In place, I'm going to try to show you a little bit more. This thing, I had to clock it a little bit at the bottom toward the center of the car. I'm going to come over here and try to show you how close it still is. It's right against the firewall, but I didn't have to modify the firewalls any. And the master cylinder reservoir luckily fit right back where the original, well, not the original, the one that I built and put on it before, it fit right back in place. So it's all on the car. You can see the high pressure line is run down and hooked up. I've just put some fluid in it right now to let it preload a little bit, because I still don't have a pedal in the car. So I'll get in the car and get up under the dash and show you what that looks like. Okay, here's what it looks like under the dash. You can see I got a few extra holes where I had the old system in, and then when I put this one in the first time I had to reclock it, but that's kind of what it looks like. I got to pull the pedal out and do some work to it, and then it came with this, let me get a picture of it here. It came with this really nice heim joint to hook to the pedal, but I've got to cut the original pivot off the pedal and drill a hole, so that's why I got to pull the pedals out. But that's where we're at for now. Another thing, videoing's been incredibly hard because I have an iPhone 14 and the rear facing camera died. If you look it up, there's all kind of information about this. I messed with it and it started working again. It worked for 1 or 2 days and died again, so I got a new camera for it. I'll be getting that fixed and maybe make videos a little easier.